70% of teens, according to a study in 2024, report using AI as emotional companions. Many even say that AI understands them better than actual people.
People don't understand that this is going to replace jobs faster than they can retain it. And he admitted that the systems were evolving much faster than even the creators of the system understood.
The AI currently recommending your next show for Netflix is the same AI that has evolved that was once used for drone attacks.
Welcome to the Strongpoint, where we're realigning our lives and creating a space for others doing the same. We're not here to mentor or preach. We're here to lock shields with people who still believe in strength, truth, and legacy. Let's get to work.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is a little scary. This is probably the most important episode we've recorded so far.
For sure.
I think when most people wake up to the reality of what AI really is, it's already going to be deciding a lot of things for them and deciding their fate.
Right.
Right.
Welcome to episode 9. This is episode 1 of a how many part series?
3-part series.
3-part series, you all, on
We condensed it.
Yes, on AI Reckoning. So episode 9, here we go.
So, geez, where do we even start? Like, there's so much to unpack here. I think the most important thing is to really understand that AI didn't just show up on your newsfeed or in your Instagram. It's not something that was developed for creativity or convenience. Right. And it was born in defense labs and military contracting and in surveillance rooms.
Right. For war.
Yeah. Yeah. And what you're seeing now, what's really important is that what we've gotten with ChatGPT and all the other AIs that out is really the demo version.
Which is super scary to me.
Because if you're honest with yourself and you look at what we have right now, and you think that they started developing this in the 50s,
oh,
like
goodness.
You have to understand that what's being used by governments and defense contractors is probably light years ahead of what we have.
Right. And the scariest part isn't that it exists, right? It's that most people are blind to what it's replacing, what it's tracking and what it's teaching us as a society to accept as normal, right? That's scary to me. This episode is not about fear, so please don't let us scare you to death. It's to wake you up, okay? That's what we want to do here on the Strongpoint, is wake people up to the reality.
Because if you don't understand it, like, there's no way that you can prepare.
And you can also use it for your benefit too.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so much. So I want to start off. We wanted to approach this episode in a way that, like, even somebody who's never heard of AI, which to me is beyond my brain, but I was literally at the gun range today with a friend of mine, and I was like, oh yeah, blah, 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 ChatGPT, something. And he was like, what is that? And I was like, what? Do you live in a cave? And so I just showed him a brief excerpt of what it does.
And he's a very smart individual.
Yeah, super smart guy.
I mean, amazing guy. A really good friend of ours.
Blown away. Jordan, shout out. He did me a huge favor at the range today by just going out with me and
hanging out,
blowing some shit up.
Yeah, and then I got to hang out with his wife and do some shopping, so that was nice.
So it's awesome.
So if you don't understand it, you cannot protect yourself or your family. So now let's go all the way back.
Yeah. So in the 1950s, all of this started with a guy called Alan Turing. And he was a British mathematician and code breaker at Bletchley Park during World War II. And in the 1950s, he asked, can machines think? Right? Which seems so innocent. And he introduced the Turing test, which is a test that they use nowadays. It's evolved too, but where they test kind of, I guess, consciousness or awareness and that kind of stuff in machines. His wartime code breaking, though, laid the foundation for modern computing.
Right.
Right. So that was the first step. Then in 1956, a guy called John McCarthy coined the term artificial intelligence. And he was a computer science guy at Dartmouth. And he believed in his little heart of hearts that machines could simulate human reasoning. And he wasn't wrong, right? We see that now with AI. It's come a long way, though. We fast forward a little bit. You have Marvin Minsky. He was a cognitive scientist at MIT, and he co-founded the MIT AI lab. He envisioned machines completely replicating the full spectrum of human thought, right?
That's
And
scary,
so
y'all.
it's noteworthy to see that none of them thought they were ever going to replicate emotion.
And they
right.
still don't.
And they don't.
Have you seen that movie, Megan? Heck no. Okay. When these things come out, I do not want one. Okay.
Yeah. So now we're moving into like the 70s and 90s where computers kind of became mainstream and people became a little more aware of them. Military simulations were quietly funded by DARPA, which is the U.S. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. They funded military simulations, behavioral prediction, and neural prototypes. This was obviously not consumer-facing tech. It was specifically designed for surveillance and warfare.
Wow. Right? Wow. So it was never meant to track us, right?
No.
Okay. So let's talk post 9/11. Maybe. Right. Let's talk post 9/11. NSA and Department of Defense, our two favorites, used AI for metadata surveillance. Whoa. Facial recognition and predictive policing. How is that allowed in our Constitution, for one? But let's not go there right now. They're watching you. They really are. The Patriot Act, right, legalized massive data collections. So anytime you opened a loan, anytime you opened a bank account and you completed the Patriot Act form, your data was stored and collected, guys. Okay? So that's really scary, and it's required. You weren't being helped. You were actually being tracked. Let's get to today. Big tech and government, big surprise, they are not separate, right? We knew this. Y'all knew it. That's why you're here. They are one nervous system, like your body. They are one. Okay? Eric Schmidt, former CEO of Google himself, sat on Pentagon advisory boards. Right? Executives from Amazon, Microsoft, Google routinely advised intelligence agencies all the time. Routinely advise them. These aren't isolated systems, you all. It's one ecosystem. Wake up. Built to observe, influence, and control us. This is a powerful quote. The internet is the first thing that humanity has built that humanity doesn't understand. Eric Schmidt. Wow. The AI currently recommending your next show for Netflix is the same AI that has evolved that was once used for drone attacks. Scary. Scary, scary, scary.
Yeah, like even some of the research they did in the 70s with DARPA was specifically for like voice recognition and speech recognition and robotics. And I'm not talking about Siri or Alexa or any of the things we use nowadays. It was specifically for the battlefield, and it was specifically for surveillance. You guys can look this up, Project Maven, 2017, AI analyzing drone footage for targeting, right? So in 2017, they had AI, not humanized, looking at targets on the ground for drone strikes.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
You know, AI wasn't born in Silicon Valley, you all. It was born in wartime labs and defense offices, literally. That's scary to me. So post 9/11, AI didn't keep you safe. It actually tracked you and collected all your information. It knows all about you. It's all-knowing without emotion.
That's a really, really scary idea, to even think that they collected all that data and now they're tracking us, and it's analyzing the data, right? It's telling them everything about you, and then it's making predictions
listen,
what
I
you're
hate
doing.
it. Sorry to interrupt you. Have you ever talked, like I know me and you talked about getting something specific for a home, and then on Facebook, that's all you see? Like, literally? I mean, it's listening, okay? It's listening.
all the time.
All the time.
Yeah. I have a great story about that, actually. I was working, this is a few years ago, and I worked with a guy who was a huge golfer. And I do not play golf at all.
We know.
And the one night we had some downtime and we were sitting, and he was just carrying on about golfing, and he bought these new clubs and was telling me all about it. And I was like, yeah, that's cool, whatever. And like literally the next day I opened my Amazon, and the only recommendations I get is for like golf clubs and golf clubs. That's crazy.
Like, it's crazy.
It's super scary to think that like that's what it's being used for.
Yep.
Now, what's really scary to me, and this is the one thing that when I think about it, it almost gives me like an anxiety, right? Because I did so much research for this specific series and talked to so many people, just so much information that's out there about this. And the one thing that I realized that I don't think anybody realizes, and nobody's really talking about it, they're saying it, but I don't think people really understand it, is how fast this is evolving. It is so incredibly fast that I honestly don't think the human mind can even understand or fathom how fast it is, right? Because we're so used to the evolution of technology in human hands. And so I've talked to people about it, and it's literally like trying to explain light speed to somebody who's only like been on a pedal bike, right?
Right.
And I'm like, this is so beyond our brains. Like, you can't even conceptualize how fast this is moving. And so the best analogy I guess I have for this is everybody's seeing videos on the internet that's like, and on TikTok, that's AI generated, especially now with the babies. They're super cute, and they're taking actual people and turning them into babies. And yeah, and the funny thing is, if you go back to, it's July now, so August now. So if you go back to like, let's say December last year, the difference in the video from AI
Is insane.
since December until now, which is only about 8 months, right? Is like, it would have taken humans like 100 years to do the evolution and the development that's gone into that. And what people don't realize is it did 100 years of evolution in cinematography in 8 months. Now, this is the scary part, because the more you look into this is where it gets really, really creepy to me. Because when we're evolving technology, we have to sleep, we work a shift, we have to get inspiration.
We have
right?
kids,
You have other stuff
soccer
going
games, football games.
right?
Yep.
You have to
Rest.
rest, and you have to come up with an idea.
Yep.
You have to get the resources to pull it together, right? You have to brainstorm the stuff. What people don't get is that this thing, it took 8 months to evolve cinematography. During that 8 months, it learned itself. Like, it learned about how it was evolving to specifically make it more effective at evolving. So the first leap of 100 years took 8 months, the next leap's going to take 4 months.
If
right? 4 days.
it gets better.
Or whatever. And so it doesn't sleep, it doesn't rest, it
Doesn't
doesn't
have
need
a
to
conscious.
eat, it doesn't need to
Yep.
poop. Like, it just nonstop is evolving. So it's really scary when you think about it, because this thing they just signed to say, no regulation on AI for 10 years.
For 10 years.
Are you out of your fucking mind? Like, can you imagine what that means? Right? There's no way to regulate it for 10 years.
Y'all better go get a side hustle.
Like, it's nuts.
Yeah.
It is the most
what is it going to be in 10 years?
insane thing I've ever heard in my life.
What's
And
it going to be this year?
Here's what it taught me, is that the government is run by a bunch of morons who don't even understand the stuff that they're signing.
We might not even have a
And,
president again.
You know.
We might be ran by AI.
Yeah, right?
I mean,
and I don't think that's far-fetched completely, right? It's another conspiracy theory
Well, I'm just
proven correct.
Well, all I'm saying is you can literally make a video. AI will generate a video of you and put it on YouTube to go viral. Like, you don't even have to be present. Now, it's not going to look exactly like you. It generates me terrible. But yeah, no. She doesn't understand me. If it's a she, he, whatever. It doesn't understand me. But it's scary.
Yeah.
Right?
It is. So I'll give you guys an example. Just if you're just looking at ChatGPT, which is probably the most commonly used or known one, 2018 GPT-1 rolled out. It was basic text generation, right? Basic text stuff. 2019 GPT-2 came out, coherent long-form writing. So people were starting to write a lot more comprehensive stuff with that. 2020 GPT-3, widely adopted in copywriting and programming. It was doing its own thing. 2023, GPT-4 has creative logic, reasoning, and emotional mimicry, right?
Oh my gosh.
Now, in 2024, we have multimodal models from OpenAI, Google DeepMind, Anthropic, and they combine video, text, audio, and all kinds of stuff, right? And so why this matters is that every query, every scroll, every prompt, every answer, every nuance, every single thing that you give it, it is learning and evolving based on that data. I heard a great story. Andy Frisella was saying, he asked ChatGPT, how are you so smart? I can't remember what he said, but it was like, how are you so smart or whatever? And it said to him, hey, have you ever read an autobiography? And he's like, yeah, of course I have. I've read a few. And it said, well, I've read them all. And how do you compete with that? Like, it's insane. The problem is it's so fast that by the time you notice the change, like the next change
Is
has already
there.
happened.
So it's almost too late.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. And I guess what we're trying to do with this is just educate everybody and let you know, because I remember the 90s. I remember when the internet came out. I remember when email came out, and there were tons of people who was like, oh, I'm not going to use the internet. I'm never going to use email, right? And that kind of thing. And they're gone. Like, those people don't exist anymore. Their businesses don't exist anymore. Anybody who thought that they were going to outlast or outstubborn
AOL or Google or
all
whatever.
of
Yeah.
it, like, it didn't happen. The adoption is too quick because of the convenience and because of the profitability.
So you better adapt or get out.
Yep.
That makes sense for sure. So now let's add ChatGPT adoption rates. 100 million users in 2 months. It's the fastest tech adoption in the history, you all. The history. That's crazy. Let's think about the contrast. The telephone, right? The telephone took 75 years. The internet took 7, and TikTok took 9 months. Let that sink in, right? That's big. If adoption continues at this curve, the next major AI shift could touch 1 billion people within weeks, not years. Yeah. Every click you make trains the system that's actually training you.
Yep. All right. So in the last 2 years, a lot of stuff has changed. There are, I don't want to call them whistleblowers, but people coming out and they're talking.
Warnings.
Yeah, they're talking about warnings and stuff. And it's not just like plebs. It's not regular people. Like, we're trying to do a warning as well. We're not in AI. We don't work in the industry or anything like that. But it's such a big thing right now that I think it needs to be covered way more by way more people.
Yeah, I agree.
So one of the main guys that's come out is Jeffrey Hinton. He's a British-Canadian cognitive psychologist and a professor at the University of Toronto. And he actually pioneered deep learning systems. He was the guy who started working on that. He built a team that works on it. And he worked at Google until 2023. In the industry, actually, is known as the Godfather of AI.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a name.
In 2023, he resigned from the project.
Well, that tells you something.
Saying he could no longer support the direction of AI development and that AI is spreading misinformation at an uncontrollable scale.
And this is the AI Godfather.
And this is true because in, I'm not sure if it's Arizona or Texas, they were building a huge plant for like servers and stuff for AI. And they were going to shut a section down just to upgrade, I think it was the power supply or something, to that section. And the AI, with zero prompting and nobody involved, backed itself up to the cloud before they did it, just in case. Right? So that's like crazy. Anyway, he said that people don't understand that this is going to replace jobs faster than they can retain it. And he admitted that the systems were evolving much faster than even the creators of the system understood.
Because it's smarter.
And this is, you have, like, just think about that for a second. The people who are building this
don't even understand
it. Like, they don't understand that this is going so fast. And I really honestly believe the human mind right now, just, it's not something we can imagine, right? It's like asking somebody who makes, minimum wage to imagine having $1 billion. It's just not in their mind to do it, right? It's completely
It's a different
messed
mindset.
up.
Yep.
So it's hard to see. Oh, this was his quote. He said, it's hard to see how you can prevent the bad actors from using it for bad things.
Wow.
If the builder of modern AI, the godfather of AI, is giving you these warnings,
resigned. We got to listen.
It's time to listen up.
Yeah. He created it and he stepped off. Like, wow. And now warns people.
Yep.
Like, that's a big deal.
It's convenient.
Right. I think I'm going to walk away now.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That's kind of convenient. Oh, yeah. I fucked it up. And now, don't do it.
I mean, but to me, that says that pay attention. Pay attention to it then.
Yeah, for sure.
Pay attention. So why are you only seeing it now? Like, that's a question that we're going to get, right? Why am I only seeing this now? AI is being rolled out when it became addictive and profitable, like anything, like Big Pharma, like all that food, when it became addictive and profitable. First, email tools, so think Microsoft Copilot and Google Workplace, right? And Workspace. Then content filters, social feeds, entertainment algorithms, you all. This is that Facebook thing I was talking about. Now, banking, hiring, healthcare, and even our education system. Dangerous mindset, you all. Dangerous mindset is to have one that says, that doesn't affect me. Same thing people said when the internet showed up. Just like automation hit factories. By the time you feel it, it's already done. It's done if you don't open your eyes. Example, Google VO3 2024 went from blurry AI generated clips to photorealistic cinema in 3 months, 90 days. That's not evolution. That's compression of progression to me. in one session. The next AI breakthrough won't take 6 months. I'd be surprised if it took 6 days.
Yep.
This is what's scary to me. AI is hitting some areas that we could have never predicted or expected. So, team companionship is one of the areas, you all. 70% of teens, according to a study in 2024, report using AI as emotional companions. Many even say that AI understands them better than actual people. Mind-blowing. Workplace health monitoring. Amazon Seattle, AI wearables predict fatigue and risk. Not me.
Actually, Microsoft has a similar thing. Microsoft has an AI that is analyzing employee emails, and by analyzing employee emails, it's giving them a pulse check on culture and morale and all kinds of stuff that AI really shouldn't understand. Environmentally speaking, AI is predicted to use at least like 0.5% of the world's energy by 2027. They've actually recently, I'm trying to think who it was. I saw an interview, I think it was Elon Musk, who said that over the next 3 years, they will need 1.5 million trained electricians because of the amount of electricity that's going to have to be installed and geared specifically for AI development. So just for that field. So if you are in high school or you're somewhere where you think you don't know what to do after school, going to be an electrician. Like, just go be an electrician. You're going to make a ton of money.
Or a plumber.
Over the next few years. Yeah, anything blue collar is probably really protected. In sports, we're starting to see player performance prediction, injury risk analysis in some of the football teams over in England. And then there's also so many fake research papers that's now being caught in universities and colleges that's AI generated. So the one thing about it is that some of it is still not very accurate. AI can't do deep dive research with nuances
Not
and
yet.
pivots. Yeah, not yet, right? And so they're still catching it. I'm sure they're probably developing some kind of AI to catch the AI, right? You'll have an AI to check if stuff is AI generated or whatever you want to do.
Well, then it's just going to get smarter.
So it's not just your news feed, right? Even science itself is vulnerable because of so much synthetic data that's out there. And that's a lot of the things I think that nobody expected, right? People kind of expected, oh, it's going to be in robots and it's going to be that kind of stuff. Where we are seeing it is in like trades. Trades are still very heavily human dominant. I don't think that's going away very soon. I know people are talking, well, there's going to be robots. Yeah, robots are really expensive to produce, like super expensive to produce. So that's going to be a little while before robots can do all that stuff. And even that technology is still in its infancy. Care work, really, really important. Hospice care, anything that has a human emotion involvement, anything where you have to be present, right, for the person that you're dealing with.
Right.
It's like it can't emulate that kind of stuff. As far as government regulation go, around the world, people are considering regulation. The EU has the AI Act. We have the Bill of Rights in the US, even though everybody in the government ignores it like it doesn't exist.
Right.
The problem with a lot of the regulation is there's a huge fanfare when they announce it. And then there's like a super slow rollout and almost no enforcement whatsoever.
Nope, never.
So I know in China, they have like a lot, huge. You have to watermark the stuff that you're doing in AI. Like it's a big, big, big deal for them. And I think it's really because they see the threat of what AI can do down the line. And they're trying to nip it in the bud starting out. And I'm not saying kudos to China.
No.
Even though I think it's smart to do that. But I think if we are serious about this and we're honest with ourselves, this is a lot scarier than most people even thought it was.
It's a lot more than ChatGPT.
Yeah. As far as us, right? What do we do about it? What can we do? The number one thing that you have to do is not be one of the internet naysayers. Like, don't be the guy who goes, I'm just not going to do it. I'll just not use it.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't want to use it, that's fine too. But it's probably a really good idea to learn a little bit about it. Even if you just look into it, like start learning a little bit about what it is, where it is,
Might
what
freak
it
you
does,
out, though.
what it could do. Yeah, I mean, take your time. Don't just jump in and get all of it. I wrecked Jordan's life this morning when I showed him what it could do. He was like, I thought it was like Siri. I was like, nah, dude. The other thing that you need to do is audit your skill set. This is really important because you want to understand where you're at as far as a skill of whether it be prompting or working with AI or knowing what to use or how to use it. That's a good idea to try and figure out kind of where you're at on the scale and then adjust for that. And then figure out a way to start hybridizing that. So figure out a way to start hybridizing really the human kind of what it is that you do, and then using AI specifically as an efficiency injection. So something that you can use to make you more efficient, to help you manage your day, to help you organize your time. And AI can really help you with that. I'm not saying that it's inherently evil or we should avoid it or whatever.
No.
I'm just saying you need to be prepared and you need to know how to use it. And you have to have the awareness to understand that it's a tool. Right? When you get into your car, you understand it's a car. Right? It's only going to drive you from here to there. And so when you use AI, understand that it is just a tool. You're using it for a specific goal. You're not going to now it become part of who you are. And you never write an email again yourself.
And then that's
Like
your
that
emotional connection is with that.
Super stupid to even do that.
So let's talk about some Strongpoint prep. Okay. This is my suggestions for Strongpoint prep. Don't be the internet refusers. Okay. They went down in flames. Let's not do that. We've got to embrace change, right? But we can do it positively. In the 90s, people said, oh, I'll never need email. My papa being one of them. He has email today. A decade later, those same people were unemployed. Let's not go there or be those people. And audit your skills. What are you good at outside of what you normally do? What are some other things you're passionate about and you're good at that AI can't take from you? Think about the human touch, the human skills, right? AI can't touch that. It's not real. Ask yourself, are my skills repetitive, predictable, or screen-based? That's important. If so, start hybridizing right away.
Yeah, the way that you can hybridize, and this is really important, is start doing massive amounts of courses on emotional intelligence.
YouTube University.
And tech fluency. And strategy and storytelling and vision and leadership and process design and managing people and understanding, like we are going from hybrid workspaces, which was work from home, work in the office. We're going to have hybrid teams of people, right? So there's a great niche here where you can fall into where I'm like, I'm a great leader. I think I'm really good with people. If I can upscale my tech skills, I could manage a team of 3 AI bots and 7 people. Right. And this is coming. Like I don't want to mince words about this. Like it's here. It's here. There's a company in Portugal that replaced half its sales team, and that half of the sales team, the AI half, sold $100 million in like the same amount of time as it took the other part of the team to sell like $10 million.
Doesn't sleep.
Right? So like it's here. It's not going anywhere. The best that we can do is prepare for it.
Right. And by preparing, talk to your teens. Talk to your teens, y'all.
Yeah, this is important.
Their first job may not exist when they graduate. Prepare them now. Teach them adaptability, real-world presence, and discernment. That is the 3 biggest things you can teach them right now. Encourage screen-free hours, do-it-yourself projects, right? Do-it-yourself projects, and face-to-face conversations. Remember, at the top, we asked, is AI just a tool or something else? Tools don't watch. Tools don't learn. Tools don't replace your humanity, but this one can, if we allow it.
Yeah. I want to do a really good challenge for this week. And this is something I've given to multiple people that I love and I care for. And I do it because it scares the fucking shit out of me. It really does. Because it's more dangerous than any... If you think about it, if you're at work and they hire somebody in the same department as you, that's 100 times more skilled than you.
All-knowing.
And 100 years younger than you.
Yeah.
Like that would be scary. Like this should be scary.
And how many of us would...
And I'm not trying to scare people. I'm trying to say we have to be prepared. But this is... Anyway, here's the challenge for the week. I want everybody who watches this and the people that you love, send them... You don't have to send them the episode. Send them the thing that I'll post it in social so that you have it. It's really important. If you love people, they need to do this.
Right.
Go to ChatGPT this week. Take your JD, take your job description of what you are currently doing. Upload it into ChatGPT. Then I'll put the prompt in our socials, or I'll put it on the homestead or wherever. I might put it in the comments down here. The prompt should read something like this. Hey, ChatGPT, this is my job description for the job that I currently do. I also do, and list all the other stuff that you do, because we know no company holds you to the job description. They always add 500 other things that you also do, and you specifically use kind of vague words in the job description so that you can be overwhelmed, right? And they can get their money's worth out of you. But list all of the things that you do in there. And then ask Chat, hey, over the next 3 to 5 years, can you give me a prediction on how AI specifically and the evolution of AI is going to affect my job? And then let it run that.
It's scary.
And it's going to scare you a little bit. But the really upside on this is once it's run that, you say to it, okay, what can I do over the next 6 months to a year to make myself absolutely invaluable in this same role? I want to bring value to my company, but I want to be able to hybridize my skills so that there's value and relevance in my presence.
Right.
It's going to spit out some information. I would recommend after that, you flesh it out in conjunction with the AI so that it can guide you to some practical steps. And you have to be very specific about it. Ask it for a practical step-by-step guide over the next 90 days or 180 days or whatever it is that you want to do, and learn whatever you can to make yourself more valuable in the role that you're in.
Right.
This is the most important thing that you're going to do this week. And I'm not joking. This is incredibly, incredibly serious. We can be afraid of it, or we can learn it and learn to use it, and then use it to our advantage.
Right. And parents, sit down with your teens and have one real talk this week about AI and what it means. AI doesn't care if you're scared. It cares if you're weak, so get strong now.
if this episode gave you a gut check, and I hope it did.
Yeah.
I really hope it did. And it made you think about what's going on in your own life, what's going on in your job. Don't be the guy who says this isn't going to affect me.
No.
It's already affecting you. I want you to share this with the people that you love. I want you to at least have the conversations with them. I want you to start the process of getting your kids involved in knowing about this and learning about this so that they understand what's going on. We have a 14-year-old who right now is talking about, she wants to get a first job at Publix or Kroger, and it might be, at the register or stocking or something like that. And we're having these conversations to say, okay, that's great, but in 2 years, 3 years, the AI for even self-checkout is going to be so advanced that we're not going to probably have people in grocery stores.
Yeah. Also subscribe, because the future isn't waiting. And the next 2 episodes, sorry. So the next 2 episodes, you're definitely going to want to tune into.
Yeah, we're going to do a lot of kind of what's going on in the world right now. And then we'll do a lot of predictive stuff of what we're seeing, what we're hearing, what some of our research has shown us. There is a lot, so much going on. In the meantime, please go to our Facebook. We're on Facebook. We're on Insta. We're on, what's the other
TikTok.
one? Tickety Talk. We're on
Spotify.
Anywhere you get a podcast, we're going to be on there.
Apple,
Amazon.
Yep.
We are on YouTube and Rumble. I'm trying to upload some stuff to Rumble. I didn't know there was a file size limit. So it's taking me a little longer because I have to redo some of the videos. But subscribe, follow. And then if you go to the website, you go to thestrongpoint.com. There's so much information in there. Specifically, we do blogs every other week or so when there's some real relevance to it. We'll do, I know there's some carnivore information on there.
farming,
There's some find a farmer information on there. We have a store on there. If you guys want to support us, there's some cool shirts in there.
And it's really cute. Yeah, they're really cute.
And the book is on there.
Yeah,
The actual,
it's an amazing
Strongpoint book
Yes.
is on there. It's on Amazon, in Kindle, and in
Amazon Books.
and soft, what's it called? Paperback. It's in
Paperback,
Kindle
yeah.
and in paperback. And the Kindle for the next week is going to be 99 cents.
So get it now, y'all.
Because
It's
we're
an
trying
amazing,
to get
life-changing
some
book.
reviews so that we show up on the algorithm so that we can get the message out to more people. So if you want to do that, I'd really appreciate that as well. And please like, subscribe, share, post pictures, post videos. We love when we get that stuff.
Tell us what you all thought about this episode. Did it gut check you? Also, don't wait like the internet refusers. Lock shields, stay human, and build something real. That is the strong point.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next time.
See y'all next time. Bye, y'all.